And so we have the last startup pitch for the day from Civictech Design Labs Private Limited.
Hi everyone, my name is Aditya. I am founder and CEO of Civictech Design Labs. So to all the presentations, all the cutting edge AI technologies solving for healthcare, we are actually solving for something very trivialized within the waste sector, that is plastic pollution and construction and demolition waste pollution, waste coming out of it. So if you see, like there is enough number and data, we all can Google it, but I just want to give you some relevance about BMC and Bombay. So Mumbai municipal solid waste is close to around 6,500 tons per day, upwards of that. And on the other side, if you see the infrastructure, which has been budgeted for 26-27 for roads and pavement is close to 6,600 crore. So if you just map it for 1 ton, 1 crore, that's, so what I'm trying to give you an understanding is that waste is not a problem which is not getting solved just because of, let's say, technologies or lack of solutions or anything. It is one of the bigger problem is the economics behind it. And even if you bring the technologies, if it is not able to solve it on a scale, and you cannot balance out something which is of a generation quantum to a recycling quantum, everything falls apart. So that is what we are trying to build here. And so what is the urgent need for Mumbai and a solution like us or what we are building here? Mumbai's annual plastic generation is upwards of 120,000 tons. 62% is channelized for recycling. Still we have a gap of close to 45,000 tons. And that's a big number. If you can understand, a 3 tons of plastic will be equal to 1 truckload of a 17-feet truck. Imagine the 45,000 tons, how much it is being not getting into recycling. So what we have come up with, it's a pure play recycling technology. It's not a chemical technology. It's not a waste to energy, waste to incineration or burning technology. It's a mechanical processing with a thermofusion process where we take material and convert them into another material application. You can call it a mix of recycling and upcycling, whatever the name you can call it. But the essence is that we convert waste into more valuable materials and product applications through our patented technology where we take different kinds of waste streams coming from different waste sources. So for example, mixed plastic waste coming from different kinds of municipal and commercial waste streams. When I say mixed plastic waste, that means all 7 categories of plastics mixed together. Even with that, there can be some textile waste, some kind of other contamination, soiled content, all this kind of material, which are directly ending up in landfill because either the collection mechanisms is not through, which is basically helping it segregate at source, or it is getting mixed up in the transfer station, or it is getting dumped because there is no enough processing systems which can process mixed or heterogeneous materials. So that is where we come in. We take them as a mixed plastic waste input that acts as a binding material, different other kinds of recovered aggregate coming from construction and demolition waste streams. I'm not talking about recycled aggregate or recycled concrete aggregate. They are well taken care of. But something comes out of CND which is known as silts, silica, fine aggregates which have no afterlife use. Something like that is known as recovered aggregate. Then any kind of industrial waste which can be a carbon residue, it can be fly ash, dry slurry, mineral waste, all this can be also used as a filler material. So binder, aggregate and filler. What happens with that? So with our patented technology, which is a combination of material composition, manufacturing process, and specially designed system to make products out of it. So it's an end product. There is no intermediate. We are not giving you pallet. We are not giving you something to make another product out of it. We are giving you pure play end product. So you can make construction materials out of it, which can be replacement of cement-based concrete for secondary application as of right now, because there is national building code which doesn't allow for new building materials to directly use it as a in situ construction, but very well you can use it for parking, pavements, garden, wall compounds, and all other non-structural applications. Although it can match the structural application limits vis-a-vis compared to any traditional materials. That has been tested and approved by NABL labs. We can make different kinds of furnitures and structures which can replace wood as well as steel for open infrastructure and landscaping. And these are the kinds of products and solutions we make. There are more samples on the table with my colleague. You can see after and touch and feel it. We can make different kinds of material application which can be a value added for another applications such as like integrating solar with the material, so making it a building integrated photovoltaic. So you don't need to install traditional solar which will jack up your space. You make it into a building material, install it like a building integrated photovoltaic on uneven spaces, walling compounds, different other areas, and use it for multi-purpose application. So this is something kind of products which we are making and manufacturing. This is a technology. We have 2 granted patents in India. We have a granted patent in US as well on the material science. We have multiple patents published in China, Japan, and Australia. All the tests which are required for as of now products we have launched into market has been performed and validated by NABL approved labs vis-a-vis to traditional standards. There is no standards for alternate material as of right now in India. So we have tested it at par with the relevant concrete or any other material standards which are available. Every product we manufacture is an Indian Green Building Council certified product, as well as GRIHA Council, which is a government green rating system. All the products are EPD. We have environmental product declaration. That means any product I claim, every kg CO2 equivalent of carbon footprint I'm claiming, I can clearly validate it with the back data. So these are low carbon building materials coming out of this technology. So essentially we are solving 2 things. One is the waste, another one is sustainable infrastructure. So this is 2 gigantic problem, and we have mapped it because both have enormous scale. One is of generation, another one is of consumption. So that's what something we want to do. We are integrating our technology in MRFs in Mumbai. So what we are bringing is patented recycling technology, operations maintenance, and training supports, and circular and recycled products as a output for the use cases. What we are looking forward is access to waste and MRF, access to land and infra, and project financing support to kind of integrate with existing MRF or make it into a new MRF or end-of-life disposal system at the landfill as well, in replacement to your waste to energy systems. This is our traction so far: 670 metric tons of material recycled, 2.75 lakh square feet of product. We have installed 3 new plants we have commissioned right now, 12 product certifications, 20 plus national awards, international award, including 3 national awards in Swachh Bharat Mission Urban, Grameen, as well as Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana from the Honorable Prime Minister for developing this technology. So these are the 3 sectors we work in: Swachh Bharat Urban, Swachh Bharat Grameen for waste, and then Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana for waste to building material technology. We have been technology engagement doing with different kinds of corporates here and there. So we are solving for corporates where we are specifically targeting their waste to be converted into some kind of product application which can be utilized by them directly, not coming into open market, but for them. So that's a kind of closed loop circular economy. We can build it for different corporates for their industrial waste, for their plastics or packaging, different materials. 2 turnkey projects we have done. One is in Somnath, another one we are right now executing in capital city of Gujarat in Gandhinagar. These are the plant installation, these are the product installations in different parts of the country. Our business model is fairly simple. What we have done as a technology, it can be deployed in 2 manners. Either we deploy it or someone else deploy it. So if we deploy it, we call it COCO, company owned, company operated. If somebody else deploys it, we call it FOFO. It can be different kinds of mode of transactions. But yeah, these are the 2 models we validate. It can be integrated within the recovery facility to make recovery facility as a recycling facility. And then products can be used for public and private infrastructure built up, depending on the use cases. What products they require, you can make that kind of product specifically locally. So local sourcing, local processing, and local installation. This creates a decentralized processing and decentralized consumption. So that's what reduces the logistic as well as the carbon impact of the overall process of waste processing and end-of-life disposal, as well as the product new sustainable infrastructure built up. This is a market potential. Actually, the market potential is much bigger because 2.1 billion is something which is getting recycled. So that is 9%. 91% is still not getting recycled. And out of that 91% of plastic, 47% is packaging, pure play packaging, which is multi-layer and laminated, Tetra Paks, different kinds of flexible packaging, BOPP films and all, which have no afterlife use. They actually known as RDF for cement plants or waste to energy plants, because that is what the end of life disposal has been justified as of right now. But this is something we are bringing as an alternate to that, and we are converting them into precast alternate for the concrete. This is our team. Sudhir Shukla is my co-founder and CTO. These are our mentors and advisors from different industry waste streams as well as institutions. What we seek to provide is our waste to infrastructure solution. in whatever capacity it can be, as a technological solution or a turnkey project, or even by integrating in kind of a hybrid model with existing waste management companies who have mandate to solve it for BMC or nearby areas. We are open to collaborate with them in manner. Our end goal is to deploy the solution. It can be by us or can be by a partner. We are open to both the ends. What impact it can bring if you deploy this in Mumbai specifically? Turn mixed waste into recycled material locally. Circular products for sustainable infrastructure, which is one of the need. Build local circular economy. Generate regional employment within the sector. Implement waste to wealth model for more ULBs. So BMC is basically, you can call it UPSC of Civictech. If you qualify here, there's high chances that if you are able to make your projections, cost and other things right, there is high chances that you will have a replication model coming in other ULBs because they will follow on. So that is what we are looking to deploy in BMC and contribute to net zero and Mumbai action plan goals. Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you.
So what are you doing with BMC?
Sir, we have proposed a pilot project, which is 10 TPD of recovery from the mixed material of plastic waste and 3 TPD of recycling that material into products which can be used by the local ward people for building road curbings as well as compound walls.
So are they suppliers as well as customers both?
That is what we are building in the model. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So did they agree to be the customer?
Yes.
Because that is a huge order.
Yes.
So their small order is a huge order for you.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
And
okay.
That was one of the key learning for us from working with, see, I have, sir, pitched to 100 smart city CEOs myself, and all the smart city CEOs might probably have their email junk, some with name Soltech, definitely. In fact, we were one of the national award winner in Swachh Bharat Urban, so we pitched to cities program which was awarded different money for different cities, smart cities through European government. We were one of the solution provider, top 10 winners. So I have pitched and I have realized what it takes to build a solution market fit for ULB specifically. And I thought if the consumption and generation can be linked, that is the only way the business model becomes sustainable. Otherwise, if I make plant ready, who will buy the product? If I make the product ready, where will I buy the waste?
That's a smart one. You tell them I will take away this much of plastic subject to you take away this much of product.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So the Gandhinagar model which I explained, it's on the same principle. We take the waste, we process it, whatever their demand is, we have to curb that demand first, and then whatever is left, we can sell it into open market and realize revenue from that also.
So what's your current revenue and, from what is your ask? From an ROI perspective, of course, what does it look like for a customer? And then what is your ask in terms of funding?
Sure. So, sir, since 2021, we were selling products into market because the technology was new, the business model was new, and it's a patented technology. It was very difficult to get into procurement. So we were only selling products and doing some pilots into the market. So we generated close to 4.5 crores from 2021, like 33 lakhs, 38 lakhs, 1.2 crores subsequently, and close to 4.5 crores from product and technology technology pilots. Last year, when we understood now it's capable enough to solve it as a turnkey project, we started offering this. The first proposal we submitted was through Smile BMC, and that is why we understood that we have to map it with this. So we got 2 more projects, one with Somnath, so we set up a plant, small scale plant. So the beauty of technology is you can do even 1 TPD, and you can go up to 100 TPD, depending on your scale, and it will be still economically viable. For BMC, we are doing pilot of 3 TPD. And still making it economically viable, that the end product is not costing them something very different. So that is what we are building. So from plant, from last year to since, we have currently executing 15 crore worth of plant orders. So Gandhinagar project is that.
Funding.
So I specifically did not put the funding ask, sir, because till 2025 we were bootstrap and grant fund focus mostly. So we use our own capital and grant. In 2025 starting, we raised from DST-led incubator in CCD. Then we raised from Hindustan Petroleum Corporation and equity. So they sit on our cap table. Recently, we closed with another one of India's largest PSU, another round. So we already are sufficient in terms of our ask for the money. We are not looking for capex specifically for the plant, because we have understood nobody can give me that much of capex that I can do 100 plants on my own. So I only raised the money which was required for doing my one-offs, the plants, small plants, and that is sufficient. So my current task is to make me partner with people who can help me with hybrid financing, where I can bring in debt, equity, kind of fusion model for this kind of project, because there is a clear proposition of revenue, sir. Whatever I will make has a clear market. I'm not making rocket science. I'm not making rocket product, which has, I am making something which is a commodity item. I just have to map it with the price versus.
How does your FOCO model work?
Sir, basically what we are trying to build in FOCO is, let's say you are a waste management company. You already have a mandate from a ULB. You are operating, let's say 20 TPD or 50 TPD plant. You already have access to waste. And in that tender, you already have written that end of life disposal is on you, not, and that is what ULB is paying you for. Now, if I give you an option that if you use my technology, that end of life disposal, which is costing you, let's say 1 rupee, 1.5 rupee for RDF to be sent to a cement factory, you use my technology and I will help you to realize 3-4 rupees per kg on that by just converting them. Yeah, there is a capex for the plant. Now for that capex, either you do the capex or bring it to a financing partner, or let's say a bank financing to install that. So that's the FOCO model for.
Understood.
Yeah.
Thank you. I think we are all good. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.